Olidort is a Soref Fellow at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, and he joins us now from Washington, D.C. Jacob, thank you very much for joining us. Let's talk about Daesh. The U.S. military officials are estimating between 3,000 and 5,000 Daesh fighters are in the city of Mosul. We've been reporting that thousands of civilians have been moved into the city to possibly be used as human shields. What are some of the other tactics that the group is likely to use as coalition forces tighten their grip around the city?
Good evening, and thank you again for having me on your program. So it's, as you heard, I mean, they are using thousands of civilians as human shields. Certainly, they're not letting up. They're putting up quite a fight in Mosul. We have reports that they are obviously digging deep tunnels. They have mines all over the city and car bombs. They've also weaponized commercial drones as well, which claimed at least one Peshmerga early in the fighting. So this is certainly not the kind of fighting that they've been showing in Dabiq when they just kind of 100 ISIS fighters fled immediately. This is going to be a long, drawn-out fight. They're also spreading around, so you heard reports where they're entering Kirkuk and then Rutba as well. So these are just some of the methods that they're using.
Certainly an elaborate defense line here. Let me ask you, is Mosul all or nothing for Daesh? I mean, are they likely to stay and fight till the end, or perhaps escape west into Syria if they feel they can't hold on to the city?
Right, so the obvious course is obviously moving toward Raqqa, Syria, focusing there. As I mentioned, they're also focusing their efforts on other cities throughout Iraq. Also, reigniting the emphasis on Libya as well, where they do have significant progress as well. So that's certainly what's coming out in their messaging. They had a newsletter that came out today. So this is rather yesterday. So they are not letting up. They are reporting to their followers that they have caused casualties on the opponent's side. So they are holding up, and it's a question of, where they'll go next. And certainly Raqqa is much smaller of a city, somewhere around 200,000 inhabitants. So, but we'll see what kind of fighting they'll put up there.
Okay. But if the group's leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, is killed in this operation to recapture Mosul, how will it affect the group?
Right. Certainly, I mean, he is the figurehead of the group. I mean, if reports come out that he was killed, that will send a strong signal throughout the group, throughout its ranks, and it certainly will be a hit to its morale, probably more significant than Mosul. We have to also remember that he's been sort of out of the picture in terms of a messaging perspective for some time now. We don't really see or hear from him. So that would be... that would signal that they have, resources at their disposal and personnel to make up for it. So again, a big hit, but even that I don't think will be decisive in the end.
Okay, Jacob Olidort from the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, thank you for joining us.